Cody J. Brune here with smalltownpreps.com, and I'm here with head volleyball coach Kaylee Johns and head football coach and athletic director Mike Bonewald. Thank both of y'all for meeting with me today and going over a little recap of both the football and the volleyball season. I'm going to start with you first, Kaylee. Give us a little recap of the season. Looks like you had another successful season. Did go to area champs again, and the season did unfortunately end in the regional quarterfinals. Just go over a little bit about the successes of the season.
Sure. We started the season really well. We got second place in the Schulenburg tournament. We got third place in the George Ranch tournament. Both strong tournaments. Had 5 seniors on the team. Great leaders. Helped through district. Those tournaments got us prepared for district, and we were co-district champs with Needville this year, second time in a row, and just very proud of this group of girls. They definitely got better and better as the season went on. They had a lot of heart, fought through some tough games, through some injuries, but made it to the playoffs. That first round we had Brazosport. We beat them in 3, so it was a good match. And the second round we had Fredericksburg, and we played Fredericksburg last year, and I think a lot of people doubted us, and the girls went in just knowing that they could do it. And so that was exciting to see them really show up and beat Fredericksburg in 3 sets. And it was a strong win for us. It was exciting. The girls were pumped up. In the third round, we met up with Lavernia, and we met with them last year too. And they're a strong team. They're a strong team all around, and we definitely put up a fight. Unfortunately for us, that's where our season ended. But like I told the girls, I was extremely proud of our season overall. We had a lot of accomplishments, and just an overall great season.
Yeah, I know you said you have 5 seniors that will be leaving. How, as a coach, do you replace the leadership and knowledge and everything that those girls have had being seniors to the next group that are going to be coming and doing the same thing?
Right. It's hard. It really is hard because those 5 seniors were really good leaders. They, day in, day out, were the ones leading in different drills and practice and the huddles, wanting to do team talks before the games. And so my hope is that the underclassmen are wanted to follow by example and learn from them, and will do. And we do have some underclassmen that are good leaders as well, and I think we'll fill in and take those roles like they need to.
Yeah, covering most of the games, I did notice that, especially doing the pictures and writing the articles and everything else. A lot of times pregame is when I would get some good pictures of Wisnowski giving a little speech, or Orange, any of them. And especially watching all the games, the heart and determination, especially like Savlatura, the last game. She was all over the court. So that those 5 seniors will be missed. And Brenna Munch and
Janie Truitt.
And Janie Truitt. Yes, absolutely. Now, what are you looking forward to, say, next year? With those 5 seniors are gone now, and we will be moving on to a new season. With maybe some new players, maybe some that are already on the team.
Right. Like I said, those 5, they were all key players for us. So that's 5 spots that we have to fill for sure. We have JV players that I moved up. I moved up 4 players for postseason, and I'm confident in the people that are already on the team, the girls that are on the team, and then plus a few more that will get brought up from JV next year. That will fill in those spots, and we'll have another successful season.
Got you. Yeah, absolutely. It was a great season, and it was fun watching you coach, watching the girls play, and good luck to next year.
Thank you.
Now, Coach Bonewald, on to you. It's kind of the same thing. I know that you've had a great season. It's your first season. Some tough times, some fun times, a little bit of everything. What was your kind of feel your first year here in Columbus?
Yeah, we started off, brand new offense and so forth in August, and really the amount of growth that we had from that first week of practice to the end of the season, I was very pleased with how well the kids took to running a completely different style of offense. We did go through some bumps in the road, just like all seasons. Whether it's volleyball, baseball, football, you're always going to have ups and downs. We have a lot of good things to look back on the season and be proud of. Again, the two really big victories of beating Sealy and LaGrange. Again, first time that Columbus has beaten those two teams in the same season since,
I think 93.
1993.
That's what I was told.
So, I mean, of course, we had the close losses that were tough, but, that was one thing I was very proud of the kids and really the community and the parents of staying positive through those tough times. I mean, because it's easy to go negative when you don't win those close games. And we went through a stretch there where we lost by 7, we lost by 5, we lost by 1, we lost by 7 again. And so, in all those games, it easily could have gone our way. But, man, the kids, parents, community, continue to support the team and the coaches throughout, which, couldn't be in a better place. So when you have that kind of support, good things are going to happen. And again, going back to offensively, the guys really took to it well. You could if you went to every single game, you saw the growth. And we did what we had to do early on in the season to be competitive in games. And as we were getting better at the system, it started featuring it more and more throughout the season. But very pleased with the guys. We had a great group of seniors, 16 seniors. They're all going to be missed. I'm going to use my paper to help me out, my cheat sheet, just to make sure I mention every single one of them. Dane Ball, Levi Gustus, Ross Galvan, Logan Bubach, Brandon Reyes, Dalton Eslenbaum, Ryan Niesner, Keandre Hurd, Jordan Brown, Jacob Estrada, Justin Reed, Noah Neindorf, William Sanchez, Michael Williams, Zion Simmons, Jack Brode, and Tyler Paxton. They did a great job of a new coach coming in. This is, I believe, the fourth head coach that they've had since 7th grade. And adjusting again to a new style offense, a new system, and really taking to the coaching staff and doing what we asked of them to learn something new. And I was very pleased and to work with them. And we're going to miss them next year. I was proud of, again, how they never quit and they always led the team. They did a great job of that.
Yeah, I will say, covering all the games on the sidelines, I never once heard anyone, doubting or questioning, or little groups here, little groups there. And especially when you're a new coach and you're coming in for a group of seniors, they're already set in their ways. And they, it's gotten sometimes hard, but I never once heard that all season. It was nice to see, really.
That speaks volumes about them as what kind of people they are, but it also speaks volumes about their parents and the community. So, I mean, we've got a good thing going with the type of attitude and mentality that we have here in Columbus, and we want to keep building on that. And going into next year, the guys that we have coming back, real excited about those guys that we have coming back. We got quite a few of those, so I'm going to go back to my cheat sheet again.
Well, it looks like towards the end of the season, Dakari Evans got a little more involved, and he's, I think, a junior, correct?
Dakari, he really came on. He really, the Gonzalez game was when he really started getting a much bigger role. And that's the other thing, sometimes players, we talk to them about, having different roles on a team, and throughout a season, those roles change.
Correct.
And he did a great job working hard, always stay positive, and the next thing you know, his role became much bigger. And he was ready for that, and so real proud of how Dakari handled the whole season. Really looking forward to having him back next year. Having Troy back,
yes.
And the amount of improvement that he had in the new system, going from being under center to being in shotgun and running an offense from there. Can't say enough good things about how much he improved. And again, didn't put his head down when things didn't go right early on. So very proud of him, and looking forward to having him back next year. Colson Geisler at receiver. Again, learning a new offense and how to run routes and make catches and those type of things. Real proud of him. We also have, defensive line, offensive line. Tyreek Hancock, my goodness. He was going full-time offensive line, defensive line, and that's rare. That is a tough thing to do, and very happy to have him coming back next year, along with Julian Carter on the defensive line. He showed offenses had to really account for where he was. And once we get his counterpart back from his knee injury, Jakai Shorter, that's going to be a tough defensive line to run against. So we're really looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you can think of you're looking forward to or missing from this year?
Let me double check my list. Again, some of the other guys, 2 young sophomores that came up to varsity early in the season. Our right side of the offensive line was Anthony Temez and Alex Juarez, and boy, they did a great job. In fact, a lot of teams were worried about our offensive line by the time we got to the end of the season. But really looking forward to those guys coming back and just having now the time to look back on the season, make adjustments, and prepare for next year. Of really building the bond with the kids, so you are ready. You're battle tested, ready to go into a season. And that's really kind of the one thing that we missed coming in was having that bond with the players. And now we get to go through an off season, get to go through other sports seasons, because a lot of our guys play multiple sports. A lot of them are into basketball now. A lot of them are going to be playing baseball here in a few months and running track and doing all those things. And, but we believe the guys will be in the weight room. They're in the weight room during football season. They're in the weight room all year long. So it's one of those things that we train year round, and really looking forward to the type of improvements that they're going to make athletically and mentally.
Yeah, you were speaking a little earlier of family and just the way the atmosphere is in a small town, a lot different than a large school. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's either related or went to for me, for example, I went to school with a good majority of these people's parents and cousins and relatives and all that good stuff. So it's kind of fun to see the next generation. And then too, on your end, your family is super involved. I mean, your father, your mother, your wife, your 2 kids. I mean, it's really good to see after the games on the field. I personally like it.
Yeah. Well, it is a family business for us. I mean, I grew up as the athletic director's son. So, I mean, it is one of those things that it's always been a part of my life. I'm thankful that, I do have a family. My wife, Brandy, is an amazing coach's wife. She understands that the time away from our family at home is about the kids here at the school and about, the service that we provide for them. And really, that's not only the service I provide, but it's the service that our coaches' families provide because of the time away that we have. But it's great to have that time after games to, see them out on the field.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, no matter what, win or lose, my 2 girls are going to come up and give me a hug and smile, and
makes it a little better.
It does, it does. But but that's what a lot of coaches have. I know Coach John's family is very supportive, and they go through the same things during the season. But as coaches, it's a lifestyle for us. I mean, it's in our blood. We're here to help all kids, and so they become a part of our family.
Yeah, covering all the volleyball games, I see Kaylee's husband, the 2 kids, her mom, even on some of the playoff games, which I know some of her, of course, her 2 brothers, but her brother Kyle came whenever the playoff game was in Tidehaven, and a few other ones, El Campo. So it's fun to see the families get together and support everyone.
It means a lot to the whole family, because when we go home, I mean, they feel the wins, they feel the losses. Believe me, again, we're all highly invested in Columbus, in the kids of Columbus, and our teams, and we give it everything we've got. And I even talked about the other night a little bit. After a season, coaches, we put so much time and effort into a season that we kind of go through a little bit of a a depression almost. Not full depression, but I always call it an end of season depression, because here it is 4:30, 5 o'clock, and you're used to being at practice every single day, and it's like, man, something's missing. But it's one of those things you look back on and reflect on the season, and you appreciate all the good things that had happened, and then you start looking forward to the next year and what do you need to do to get ready. So, but that's what makes great coaches, and I'll tell you what, we've got a great coaching staff here. Between the football coaches, volleyball coaches, the whole coaching staff, our junior high coaches are doing a great job, and we're just going to continue to try to instill the values. We're going to focus on the values of our program, having high integrity and character, and believing in the value of hard work and selfless service to your team.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do that from the top to bottom, good things are going to happen.
All right, last question. It really doesn't have to do with these two sports that y'all actually coach. Being an athletic director, you have a lot of other job duties to do.
Yes.
Besides all that, what sport do you look forward to after football's done? I know all sports are important. You're the athletic director, but what kind of still gets you going like football does, or close to it?
And I would definitely give you the athletic director answer on the fact that whatever the next sport is, which is basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to be looking forward to soccer, and
Okay.
then baseball, softball, track, golf, tennis. Swimming's going on pretty
There you
much
go.
almost
Yeah.
year round. So, I hope I didn't miss powerlifting. We're going to have
Powerlifting,
powerlifting
cross
going
country,
on. So,
track.
cross country, yeah. So, they really are all important. I really do look forward to all of them because, again, coaches, we love competition and we love helping our kids grow and become better people. And with all of those sports, we have an opportunity to do that. So, really my true answer is it really is the next sport.
Yeah, and I see you and your family at all the games, out of town games. Y'all really do support everything.
Yes, we
I
do.
see. Yeah. How about you, Kaylee?
I agree. I'm with him. I love competition. I love sports in general. That's why I do this. And I love seeing kids compete from one sport to the other. So I enjoy every single sport that we have.
And that's the other great thing about being in a small town is majority of our athletes move from sport to
Correct.
sport.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I
And
was
so, going to that next sport, I'm going to go. I'm going to be at the basketball games and the soccer games and so forth, and I'm there to support all of our athletes, including some of the athletes that we coach in our sport. So and that's something that we need to keep encouraging because we need our players to and our athletes to be competing year round. Okay, and when I'm saying year round, going from that next sport to the next. So it's healthy for our school and it's healthy for our athletic program.
Yeah, you definitely can't build a great program without a good base, and I truly think you are starting the beginning of that, which is going to, of course, lead into year after year after year. So I do look forward to everything that you're going to do now and in the future, so looking forward to all that, and same thing with you, Coach Johns. I want to thank both of y'all for meeting with me today and doing this interview, so all the Cardinal fans out there can see a little bit into y'all's lives and what goes on through the season. If you want to check out anything that has to do with Columbus Cardinal athletics, check out www.smalltownpreps.com, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. So, until next time, go Cardinals.
Go Cardinals.